Yes, we are live. A beautiful evening, everyone. I believe you are all well. You're good, and I'm all very, very sure that you not stop keeping safe because of the pandemic that is everywhere in the world. Hope you are well this evening. Like you all know that this is the clinic with Oluwatosin Oladimeji Ladipo, and you are welcome once again to our weekly Facebook Live program. And I believe you are all well. This evening, last week, I remembered we discussed a topic on achieving goals, and our speaker was able to really dealt so much with the topic, despite that there was network problem. I wonder why the network has been so bad, has not been friendly in different parts of the world. Anyway, we are going to continue with our topic this evening. This evening, we are still discussing the goal, how to achieve goals. But it's more of a testimony this evening. We'll be having two speakers because these speakers, they've been able to do well despite the pandemic. Yet they are achieving goals. They refuse to relent. They refuse to fold their hands and just keep moping without doing anything substantial with their life. And that is why we've been able to bring them on board this evening. And I have the honor to welcome our first guest in person of Mrs. Bukola Babalola. Buki, how are you this evening?
I'm fine. Hello,
Good,
viewers. Happy Sunday to you all. Good
good.
evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are hearing us from. God bless you richly.
Amen. Thank you so much. And let me bring in our second speaker. She's been struggling with her network, but let me try and see if she's fine before I ask our first speaker to introduce herself. So I'm bringing her on now. I guess her network is still bad. But before she's able to connect with us, our network is still bad. I can see that you all can see that. But before she'll be able to connect with us all, please, Mrs. Bukola Babalola, would you like to introduce yourself to our viewers? Tell us who Bukola Babalola is. They really want to know you more
Okay,
and better.
okay. My name is Bukola Babalola, a child of God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mother of two beautiful girls.
Okay. You're listening, Buki. I guess your own network too is bad. I wonder why this network has not been friendly. You're listening, Buki?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, all right. I said I'm Bukola Babalola. I'm a child of God,
Okay.
a spoilt one. I am a married woman, married to a man of God, Reverend Bimini Babalola. I'm a
Okay.
mother of two beautiful daughters.
Okay.
I'm a gospel singer.
Okay.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Wow.
I'm a CEO of Abo Fashionista Academy, a fashion school,
Wow.
and a lot more by His grace.
Wow. That's a
That's who
very
I
good one. That's a very good one, Mrs. Babalola. You can see our viewers that
am.
she's into so many things. So many things. She's a fashionista. She's into this. She's into that. She's into so many things and she's doing so well. And that is one of the reasons why we decided to bring her on board today. Today. That's why we decided to bring her on board. And Mrs. Babalola, thank you for telling us who Mrs. Babalola is. Now let's go deeply
You
into
know?
our program today before our second speaker will
Okay.
come on. Our network is so bad. I tried to bring down our but it's still very bad. Now, our first question to Mrs. Babalola, like you rightly said, that is more of a testimony because you've been able to achieve some things for yourself despite the pandemic. You did not look at the situation. You decided to forge ahead and not lay back. So we want to ask you, just would you like to tell us your testimony, things you were able to achieve despite the pandemic?
Yeah, by God's grace, I've been able to achieve a lot despite the
Okay,
pandemic. Since the
okay,
pandemic started, the Lord has been faithful. And personally, I also added to my hustle. Like some people will say, add to your hustle. I wasn't distracted by the pandemic. You know, let me start with my fashion school. People will come in, bring students, bring fabric, stuff like that. But it got to a time during the pandemic, we have to stop opening our offices. The school has to shut down. Then I decided that I stop my work. I just have to forge ahead. So I had to go online. On my WhatsApp status, I'll post my designed clothes and all sorts. So people all over the world, amazingly, before it was localized, it was just within the reach of my shop, my clients. The pandemic, it was another realm entirely. In fact, I can say I made more money during this pandemic because people all
Wow.
over the world, they saw my designs, their money, I make the design and send it through DHL delivery agency all over. So it's been awesome. When you have your focus, when you have your goal, and you have that determination in the inside of you, no circumstance can change it because you have that passion already. You are not relenting. In fact, those hard times, so called, will motivate you to do more. When you have a plan that I want to do this, and you eventually see that the normal way of doing it is no more normal. It's not a new normal, we're in the new normal. So you have to have
Exactly.
a plan A, plan B, plan C, but you still have your goal constant. You understand? Then when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to my music ministry, Tosi, let me tell you something. That video you
Okay.
saw on YouTube, I've been working on it for like close to 3 years now.
Okay.
In those 3 years, 2018, 19, 2020, it was 2020 that pandemic started, that the COVID started. When there was no COVID, I couldn't release. Oh, it is when there is COVID, there is restriction, there is toughness all over. That was when the thing came out. You can see how awesome God is. Because I decided that, man, I remember something. I want to go back. I
Okay.
wanted to do my album launch with my 40th birthday about 3, 4 years ago. But the thing was
Okay.
not forthcoming. It wasn't forthcoming. I work with Prince Boke Bajoa. So the guy will say, you have to do this, directors now. But we couldn't do it that time. There was no pandemic, no nothing. Everything was flowing. But I had this determination in the inside of me that I must do this. When you see your goal as a ministry, when you see your goal as a passion, and that is why you must set the right goal for yourself. Don't say because somebody is doing something, me too, I want to do it. It won't work that way because you will meet a lot of challenges that will discourage you. But it is that inbuilt, purposeful life you are living. Pursue your goal that will keep you motivated. So I decided that my savings, my husband also helped me with album thing. It's a bit expensive. So I decided that I'm going to cut short some, we women now, we do hair, we might do hair of 10,000 within a month, we lose it. I decided I was going to cut my expenditure so that I'll be able to achieve my goal. It wasn't convenience, but I just have to do it. I just have to do it. So I said, okay, let me put this money into my music ministry, including the one my husband gave me. So I started the stuff. Then the video, last year, I said, fine, there's pandemic. I can't do events. I can't go and rent all, call people, social distancing. That one is enough a restriction and curfew here and there. So I said, okay, let me see plan B, which is going online, going on internet. How can I go on internet? People are more captivated by what they see and what they hear together. If I say it's just audio, people will listen fine. But it's my first album. I've not done it before. So I needed to sell my face with my music. So it was inconvenient. So I had to put up the video and put it on the YouTube channel. And God has been faithful. Within 2 days, I have close to 300 viewers now. God
Wow.
has been faithful. So
Wow.
it's just been
Wow.
God and consistency.
Wow. That's a very good one, Mrs. Babalola. That's a very good one. Despite the
Thank you.
pandemic, despite the pandemic, yet we were able to achieve that. And I'm sure there are
Yeah.
lots of people that are watching that would have said that, oh, pandemic is this, pandemic is everywhere. There is no way I can be able to achieve this. But despite the pandemic, you were able to like forge ahead. And you said something about passion. Thank God for your passion, and you were able to work with it, and you are who you are today. You were able to achieve what you've been able to achieve today. All thanks to God, and thank God for passion. Thank you so much. Now,
You're welcome.
our second viewer, she's actually here, but her
Okay.
device is not connected. If she can hear me, Kiki and Mrs. Bamidele, your device is not connected. That is what is telling me. If you can log out and log in back. That's exactly. She actually heard me, so she can do that again. Anyway, now back to Mrs. Babalola. Aside that first question, the next question I have for you is: what challenges you face should goal setters expect to face in these trying times? What challenges do you think
Yeah.
goal setters should expect to face in these trying times? What
Well,
challenges do you think goal setters be expecting to face
yeah.
in this trying time? That's the question.
A lot
Is
of
this what,
challenges out there. I can hear you. A lot of
okay?
challenges. Even when there was no pandemic, you have challenges. Not to talk of when there's pandemic. You know,
Hmm.
the challenges involve financial challenges. Maybe you've
Okay.
been the one that is the breadwinner of your home, and you know that some industries that are shutting down now, they are reducing workers. It
Okay.
might affect anybody in the family. So the bulk of responsibility of the house might be on the particular person. And you have the goal of achieving your sex desire, achieving your goals. So financially, you might be handicapped because economy is somehow worldwide these days. So
Hmm.
financial constraint is part of the challenges. Then another challenges is restriction in movement. You know, there was a time that all the international airports, they were closed, all those things, blah, blah, blah. You know, if you don't really know what you are setting at, you might be discouraged that, oh, I want to go to Canada for this. I couldn't make it because of restriction in movement. You know, that one enough can discourage you that, this goal, maybe I should just let it be for now. Then the health hazard too is there. You know, we are in this era of COVID. COVID is real. Please, everybody should keep safe, social distancing, very, very important. You know, health hazard, the fear of, if I go to this place, oh, I will not contact COVID. You know, all those fear, all those challenges, they are there, you know, and all these limited movements too. Then competition. You know, we have large space before. Everybody can do anything. You can decide to, I'm going to Kaduna tomorrow if you're in Nigeria. I'm going to New York tomorrow if you're in US, you know. But this thing, you know, that restriction will curtail you that this might go. Oh, how will I do it? Those are part of the challenges that this pandemic has brought to goal setters. Some of the challenges.
All right. Thank you so much. Before I will ask you how to really overcome all these challenges, please, I guess our second viewer, she's ready for us now. Our network is a bit friendly now. So, Kike Lomo, you're welcome on board. How are you, Mrs. Bamidele? Mrs. Babalala, Mrs. Bamidele. How are you today, Mrs. Bamidele? How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. Network has
Please,
been
we need to
terrible.
see your face. We need to see your face. Could you please come to the middle? Thank you so much. Would you like to tell people more about who Kike Lomo is? Kike Bamidele? Would you like to tell people who you are?
Okay. I am Kike Lomobam, uh, a business executive assistant, an administrator, a trained secretary, a now farmer,
Wow.
and a business.
All right. Thank you so much for that. I was able to ask Mrs. Babalola a question before you came in, and that question I'm going to ask you again. Let Mrs. Babalola, somebody wrote here and said that, can Mrs. Babalola please share a YouTube video channel with us? They need to know your
Okay,
YouTube video
just
channel.
type Bukola Babalola on YouTube. Type Bukola
Okay.
Babalola on YouTube. You see
All right.
Orukola. Orukola is the title of the video on YouTube.
All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Babalola. I guess our viewers can hear that. Just type Bukola
Okay.
Babalola on YouTube. Thank you so much. Now back to Mrs. Bamidele. Mrs. Bamidele, I need to see your smile. Don't be frustrated with the network. The network has not been friendly with everyone. We are just managing it anyway. So I understand it, and I'm sure our viewers do understand that too. Anyway, thank you so much. Now we ask Mrs. Babalola and the same question to you. Is it possible you tell us your testimony during the pandemic? Despite the situation, you didn't stay back, because that is the reason why we brought you on board this evening, so that people can know that it's possible for you to achieve a lot of things. Pandemic cannot stop you. You can achieve something despite the pandemic. So that's the reason why we brought you on board. Would you like to share your testimony with us, please? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Tosi. So
Mhm.
the year started. Each year we all have goals. We all have targets. We all have goals. So just like the usual, I set out goals for the year, only for the pandemic to welcome us by March. And a lot of restrictions have to take place in the workplace, in the business setup, and a lot of things. So the company where I work, my salary was slashed. So and I was like, huh? I have a target for the year. How do I go about to meet my financial targets? So I had to look for ways and alternative source of income. So that was what led me. I sat down to say, okay, which business will strive, will do well, will thrive very well in this pandemic. If I go into fashion, I know a lot of us have our wardrobes locked up. New clothes that we no opportunity to wear them, even our shoes. I was like, fashion will not try very well. What else can I do? I know food will do well. So I sat down with my husband. We talked about poultry. We went into poultry and we went into porn. People will eat. No matter, even if there is a lack of money, people will still eat. Food is
Mm.
something that people. So we went into poultry, we went into pond. So it was the drive for an extra income that drove us into farming.
Hmm. So thank you for that. And I appreciate your testimony. Now I will ask you the second question we asked Mrs. Babalola. That's what I'm going to ask you now. Are there some challenges that you faced when you decided to venture into that business? Are there challenges? Would you like to tell us those challenges in the new normal? Would you like to tell us? Share them with us, please.
The pandemic sudden. So everybody was careful. It was just impromptu. We could not wait to say, okay, let us look at the risks, let us look at the what skills do I need to support this. So we just went into farming. We faced a lot of challenges. One of the challenges we had was skills, knowledge. So those I had in poultry, climate, and fun. Because of the pandemic, we didn't access the funds, we not go. So before that time, we went into forex, currency. Most of black powder, different rates. In order to get tools that invest. So the challenges were so challenge. Our house is we have to accommodate the new business we want to, and then let's start to challenge So people around us, so they do history, no, a lot of people start complaining. We have some challenges. There are different challenges because it was demanding. For me, I have to take care of it. And I was working from home. So this is challenging. So this was the key challenges that I encountered.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Michelle Mobamidele. Despite I was struggling to get some, I don't know if Bukola actually heard most of the things she said. But I know one
Ah,
of the things,
thank you.
and thank me anyway, but I guess one thing I picked on what she said was finance. Of course, which Mrs. Babalola actually said so. Finance. So let's just base our challenge one at least our challenge on that major challenge that people are facing during this pandemic is finance, on how to achieve goals and all that. That's, and they've been able to tell us that despite the financial problem, yet your passion can get you to where you want to get to. Setting a goal and having passion, then you're able to achieve anything you decided to achieve. Then there's one thing about both of them. The irony of it was that Bukola said it was during the pandemic that she was able to make so much with fashion, the fashion school she was running. It was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And that was the challenge to Keke Lomo. Keke Lomo said she was thinking of, clothing, fashion then. She was thinking that they have a lot of clothing in the wardrobe that people will not be able to put on because of it. And yet, that was her own strength. That was what she was able to achieve. So
Yeah.
this is just the next thing that me I got from what both of them said. No matter what you see as a challenge, it might be a strength. Abi, what others are seeing as a challenge, it might be a strength to you. So don't look down on anything. Just forge ahead and be able to achieve anything. That is what I was able to get from what both of them said. Because of time, we are still moving on. That I would like to ask this question: how realistic can one be as setting goals when the challenges are facing you? How realistic can one be as setting goals when the challenges are facing you like this now? So how realistic can you be? Let's start with Mrs. Babalola.
Yeah. When you have your goals set, you know there are a lot of things that determines your goal, which I've said earlier. Your passion, what you are excited doing. Your goal
Okay.
must be a realistic goal. It must be
Okay.
specific and it must be achievable. You understand? You can't
Okay.
say, oh, by the end of this year, I want to tour the world. That's not realistic. You must set your
Exactly.
realistic goal and all that. After setting all those goals, then, hello?
We are with you. We are with you. We are listening.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Ehen. Yeah. After setting all those goals, you make sure that you have a good goal. You go through all the rudiments of setting a good goal. After setting all those goals, hello?
We are with you.
Hello, Tosin.
We can hear you.
Mrs. Babalola, we can hear you.
Go on. We can hear you.
Continue. Speak on. Okay. Maybe our network too is going gaga. Maybe. Okay, Buki, are you back now? I guess our network too is going out of hand. Buki, but if you cannot can you hear us now?
Hello?
Mrs. Babalola, can you hear us?
It's skipping.
We can hear you. If you can
Hello?
hear us, continue. Continue. You said your goal must be smart, your goal must be realistic. Those were the things she was
Hello?
able to tell us. And if she cannot hear us now, maybe we can continue with Kike. Kike, could you please take her where she's.
Okay, so I know she has mentioned your goal must be specific, it must be realistic. Also, I would just want to add to that, it should be relevant, then it should be time bound, then it should be measurable. So that is smart. Any goal, in order to achieve your purpose, it must be smart. It must be specific, measurable, realistic, relevant, and time bound.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. It's looking like we can hear
Now,
you. We can hear you. You said, like what she said, that your goal must be specific, it must be time bound, it must be realistic. Just the things you've been
yes.
able to say. I don't know if you can add something more to add to that. I guess you know now.
Hello, yes. Your goal must be attainable, you know, and we've said it must be time bound. It must be something that gives you joy, when you
Okay.
achieve it, and it must be human impactful. In your society, it should not just be a selfish goal. It must be a type of goal that will serve humanity. Even when you are long gone, people are still enjoying that goals you achieved long time ago, you know, like that. Hello?
Hello, my viewers. I'm really sorry. The network is. I don't know if my.
Hello, Tosin.
This network is so wonderful. It's really
It
so
is well.
wonderful. This is what we experience sometimes. And my viewers, sincerely, I'm very sorry about all this because I wonder sometimes there is nothing we can do without network. The program is always on and it's always live. But we are so sorry. Now let's go back to the question we asked. I asked that how realistic can your goal be? How realistic can your goal be? That was the question. I guess that was where we stopped. And I'm asking the question again. How realistic can one be at setting goals when the challenges we are facing now are unpredictable? For example, now, having unpredictable challenges with network. So, how realistic can our goal setting be? So, let me take that from Mrs. Babalola. You were talking before the network went blank completely.
Yes, yes. I was saying something about setting your goals right. After setting your goals right, your goals have to be like something that will help humanity despite the pandemic. What I mean is this: setting a realistic.
She's gone. She's gone again. I'm not sure if we can continue with this program. The network is so bad. Really, Kike, could you please take that before Mrs. Ola will come in? Please take it.
Okay, so for our goal to be realistic, we need to drive it with passion, because
Okay.
mine was, I had to look for an alternate source of income to augment what was slashed. So there should be the place of passion. If there is no passion, all the challenges, they are enough to drown one.
Hmm.
They are enough to make one give up. But the passion we keep driving. So like my whole story, I started with 100 birds in poultry, and within a month I lost about 40.
Hmm.
So that is enough to discourage me. But after that set, I bought another set again. And when I bought another 51, I lost about 32. But I'm
Hmm.
not giving up, because I know that I see light at the end of the tunnel. So there should be motivation. There should be a driving force. There are lots of things
Hmm.
to weigh one down. You are losing money. Psychologically, you are down. I almost went into depression because of the money I was losing. And then the cost of feeding went up again. So a lot of people backed out to say no, they are not going to eat again. But I kept on moving up. So there should be passion. Passion should be the driving force behind every goal we set. So I think it's back now.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Bamidele. Thank you so much for that point you said. Sincerely, I can relate with that. Reason being that it's passion that is driving me to do what I'm doing now. If it's network, me, I guess I would have like I'm no longer doing any longer because it's very embarrassing. Sincerely, when you come online and your guests, people, the viewers cannot hear they cannot hear your guests. Even if they cannot hear, and they keep complaining, and yet you want to grow your audience. How will you do that when the network is so bad? Most times it's embarrassing and it's so bad. That's what we like. It's just passion that is pushing me to keep doing tossing. Don't stop. This is you. Just keep moving on. And I guess I'm relating with that. So my viewers, I'm actually saying this for you to understand with me that most times it's network. It's not passion. Just bear with us and keep watching us. If we keep getting better and better by the day. Thank you so much for the love you have for us. Now back to Mrs. Babalola. You have something
I
to
would
say
like
to
to
that
add
before I ask
something,
the next
please.
question? Okay.
Yeah. To that passion, passion is that driving force. It will help you to motivate yourself. The
Okay.
Bible say, encourage yourself in the Lord. Is that passion that you have, even Tosin? Is that passion that we have that is helping you to motivate yourself, to encourage yourself, but despite all odds, pandemic or no pandemic, I just have to forge ahead. Like in my church, Living Spring Chapel, we say forward ever, backward never. That's our slogan for this year. So just forge ahead. Even if you are meeting with mountains, turn the mountains to climbing stone, the stumbling blocks, turn them to climbing stone. Turn your hurdles, turn it around, turn them to bridges to your success. She said something
Mm,
about fashion the other time. I can tell you that I made more money in fashion in this pandemic. I'm going back to it. So that's
mm.
thing like, oh, they've closed events. Hey, no more one bed. About fashionista, how will you do it? People will no more call you, hey, fashionista, I need this design. How to come up with something else? How to come up with casuals you can wear inside? At least you want to have a walk around your street. Church, there was a time it was like maybe you were doing one service in your church before they had to split into four. At least you wear casuals to church. You shall wear clothes. I had to go online and do some things to sing. I can bet it to you that I made like times 10 of what I've been making in the space of a year. I made what I made in a year, I made it in 3 months during the
Wow,
pandemic in fashion. So
wow, that's
that stumbling block will make you strong psychologically. God. This is when they say there's no way. See Red Sea. There was no way in front of the Israelites now. God paved a way for them. Forge ahead, despite the mountain. For it, so one thing, no, this one thing, you can't stop me. So it's that passion, that motivation. You know, there is something they call plan A, plan B, plan C. Any plan you have, shall make sure that you achieve your goals, no matter what. With God
Thank
by your side, no
wow.
problems.
You can see that she has passion. Can you see the
Yeah.
way she was dishing it out with passion? I know she's a very passionate person when it comes to things. She could be very quiet, but she's very passionate at getting at achieving things. That is one thing I know about her. And maybe it's one of the
Thank
reasons.
you. Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much, Carola. I really appreciate that. Now I have two more questions. Before the question, and somebody wrote something here which I'm going to say to that. I'm going to comment on it before then. But before then, I would like to ask this question: what should be the golden rule for goal achievers? Golden rule. I don't want to know what golden rule. Anything I think should be a golden rule for goal achievers. Let's start with Mrs. Kikelom Bamidele.
Okay. Uh, the golden rule for me. The golden rule for me is Proverbs 16, verse 3. So from the contemporary Bible, share your plans with the Lord and you will succeed. That is my golden rule. Share your plans with the Lord. So we talk about passion, we talk about setting smart goals, we talk about achievable goals, but all of this is subject to the authority of the Lord. Whatever we put our hands on, God has said He will bless it. So whenever we have plans, we have dreams to achieve, let us put before the Lord and He will prosper our way. So that is my own golden rule. Draw up your plan and then set it before the Lord.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Bamidele. Now, can we hear from Mrs. Babalola? What do you
All
think your golden rule
right.
is?
I believe my golden rule is communicating with God. When you communicate with Him, He will give you direction. It will give you the way to go. It will direct your path. Even when there's darkness along the path, it will shine that light, no matter what. No matter what.
Mm.
When you communicate with Him, He will tell you, do it this way. Don't put money in that thing now. Hold on. Do it this way. There are some things to think with your flesh, with your brain, that you think that this thing, this is, you can't bet it. This is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 plus 2 is always equal to 4. But in some cases, it's not always like that when it comes to goals achieving. It is God that will tell you that your 1 plus 1 can be minus, might not even be up to 0 if you are not following His leading. I did something foolish some times ago. They said if you put money in this business, it should give you times 3. I think everybody did it like that in Nigeria at that time. There was one that somebody told me, I don't want to mention names. Somebody told me that, Buki, if you put money, it will give you a lot of money. You know, you have your money back in multiples. I told my husband said, hey, you think is I don't know you in the last one, it's only God has saved you. You want to do it again? I had to go to the Lord and say, should I not? You know, I made my money the other time. I believe I was smart. But you know, I had to go. Let me just put something. Maybe I wanted to put 50. I decided to put 10. So thank God I only put 10K. The Lord told me not to. But I was following my flesh that I done it before now and I made my gain. So I can do it again. There are direction per time that God will give you. Direction per time. Something happened in church today. I wanted to leave after first service. But I don't know why I waited for second service. I wanted to leave because I had a very busy week so that I will come and rest and prepare for this program. I don't know why I waited for the second. And the second service was exactly for me. You know, there is a word that God gave me in that second service. If I missed it, the first service I went for wouldn't have been okay. So what I'm trying to say is that when you communicate with God part time, what God told you to do last week, the way He asked you to do it might be different from the way He's asking you to do it now. So you have to be consistent communicating with God.
That's a very good one. That is a very good one, and I love that sincerely. Because most of the time, I want to do things on our own, you feel we know it, and indeed you might know it, but it might not be the way at that point in time. It might be something else. So when I believe so much in God factor, that's why I've always been asking people because people say, "Oh, it's God," and I'm always telling them, "I know that it's God." Of course, if everybody knows me, everybody knows that. Those who know there is God and she loves God. But of course, you cannot just hold your hands and tell me that, oh, God will do it, God will do it. There are some things that God will not do. God has given you the strength, He has given you the brain, He has given you the
Yeah.
ability to actualize some things. Anyway, but yet, despite all that, there is still God factor in everything
Yes.
in life. So never you in your life, never, I'm saying never in your life without God. There is God factor. It's true, you have yourself to blame if it's not God. That is just it. Thank you so much. Let me just, before I ask the last question, I thought I want to say something. So if somebody says, oh, according rule you can imagine, that's not what I want to say. Somebody said something here which actually said you should be flexible when actualizing your goal. Adjust the environment, adjust with the environment, and be consistent with your brand.
Mm.
And be consistent with your brand. Please, what can
Yes.
we say to that before I ask you our last question? Mrs. Lola, do you want to go with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to go with
Yes.
that? What I said. Okay.
Yes.
Mrs.
Consistency is very, very important. Very,
Okay.
very, very, very important. My pastor, Pastor Femi Emmanuel, usually says something. He said that if you keep putting like this Bible I'm holding, if you keep hammering it on the table, it will become deeper and deeper and deeper. But by the time you do one business today, you shift to another one tomorrow, they say you become the master of no trade. So you have to be consistent with your goal. You have to have that self-confidence in yourself. And your goals also must be flexible. Do you understand? Despite it being consistent. You know, like she's a farmer now. She can't say she wants to start fashion designing because that is not her line. She can't say
Mm.
because I said I made more money in fashion, she now wants to venture into it. The only thing she can do is that in the area of that farming, she can venture into something else. Ditto for me, in the area of my passion, I can venture into something else. So that is flexibility of goals. And but your basic goal is still constant, but you made it flexible. So
That,
that's
that's a
it.
very good one. Thank you so much, Mrs. Balola. Can we hear from Mrs. Bamidele?
Okay, so for me, consistency is the key too, and then you need to be innovative. I went into farming, I went into poultry, but I wasn't getting the kind of result I wanted. So I ventured into hunt too. Catfish. So for me, catfish was more profitable than the poultry. So in catfish too, I also I also thought, okay, I sell fresh one, but because I wasn't having enough customer, I decided to go into processing it. I found somebody who will process it, smoke it, I package it and take it to the office. After I started back, people will call me on phone to place order. So you need to be innovative too. I also thought of it, okay, waste from catfish, the water waste is also a fertilizer, a very good fertilizer for plants. So I planted my garden too. I have my vegetables at the back of my house. So it's also, so you need to be innovative, be consistent, be innovative, and you need to be dynamic. I review. I'm not taking projects. Because I want to be consistent doesn't mean even if I'm losing, I will still keep on doing it. I need to review what extra thing I need to have, what value I need to add to the products I'm selling. You understand? So consistency, innovation, dynamism, we need to bring it into whatever we do.
Thank you so much. Both of you have really spoken well. Yes, you must be dynamic, you must be innovative, you must once again be creative.
Consistent.
Innovative is being creative.
Consistent.
You must be flexible and you must be consistent. Thank you so much. My last question for both of you is what advice would you like to give to people in achieving goals? What advice? Let's start with Mrs. Babalola. What advice would you like to give people?
The advice I would like to give people is that they should follow that rudiment of setting goals.
Okay.
Then you look inside of you, your talents, your drive, your passion, what you love doing. Set your goals around that. You know, we have normal day-to-day work. Like me, my goal is having my music ministry, touching lives. It's not really about the money I'm going to make out of it. Propagating the gospel. That's my goal. But my work, my day-to-day work might be different from my goals. Like what you are doing now is your passion, is your goal, is your talent. You search in the inside of you what the Lord has made your purpose in life. We are all created for a purpose. Set your goal in line of your purpose. That's a long-term goal. It's not I want to buy a car. Those are temporal. But if you want to have evergreen goal, set it according to God's purpose for your life. Then after that, be motivating yourself, be consistent, move close to God, be self-confident that if others can, I can. Nothing can stop me. Hard working is very important. You have to work hard, discipline yourself, be diligent in whatever you do, be creative, and trust God that with Him at your back, you can achieve your goals.
Get there. Thank you so much, Mrs. Babala. Those are very good points. Thank you so much. Now let's ask Mrs. Bamidele, what advice would you like to give to people? Please unmute. Okay, fine.
Okay. So I will want to advise after setting your goals, according to what Mrs. Babalola talked about, according to the principles of goal setting, the SMART principles. You also need to look for mentors, people who have been successful in that field. Like me, I lack the skill when it comes to poetry. So I went online to start a school. I went to groups, farming groups, poetry groups. I joined them. I also look for people that are also in the business that could pull me through. So at the end of the day, they came around, but at then I've lost so many birds. But the knowledge I have now, I am also a consultant now. So look for people that are successful in that field. And then also, like I said before, Proverbs 16:3, share your plans with the Lord. He's a good God. He will always guide us. Even when you think we have the desire to go into it, he will always tell you this is the path to walk, and it will make our ways successful.
Thank you so much. Now, just summarizing what both of you just said. Now, the advice Mrs. Babalola gave, aside all the advices, she said something that you must be hardworking. Achieving goals is not meant for lazy people in any way. It's not meant for lazy people. You must be hardworking. She said that Mrs. Babalola said you must be hardworking. Something that you look for. Babalola, what she said something that she look for, and that's that she look for people. Thank you so much. I was able to get all those things from you. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Then our viewers, I want to do something. This is where I think I want to thing. Now, the two things I want to know that I can hear people, I don't know if people can hear is getting back to me. It's really getting back to me. Now, I want to say that Mrs. Babalola and Mrs. Bamidele, both of them, one of them is into farming. Please, our viewers, I don't know wherever you are, both of them, because they are doing to get back. Why the pandemic? They are moving on. That's why they're able to have help us to patronize our farmers, help us to patronize. Thank you so much. It's true. Thank you. If you're doing so, to be able to have the time and more than watching today. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to all our viewers too for coming online today. Despite despite the next work problem. We're able to stay tuned. I really appreciate, and all of you from the Clinic Foundation. I'm sure this is our brand. Because Clinic Foundation is brand. I'm sure you all know what Clinic is. Thank you so much. We are saying thank you. And this is where we be able to call it a day. Till next time, I remain your loyal friend. I don't like the reading of. So then stay blessed and bye. Bye. Bye.